Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Pixel Pals with me, the Yorkshire Gamer, and
RetroSega81. How you all doing, guys?
I hope everybody's well. And I think today's episode is going to be quite interesting. We've changed things up a tiny bit, so it might be longer, it might be short. I don't know. Well, I guess you'll have to find out. But have you been up to much, Dylan?
Not too much, actually. Gaming-wise, I've not really been playing a lot of stuff this week, to be fair. We've been on... Again, I've continued playing LMA 2002. And then I had my visit from Jim from Barrowland Retro on Friday. So I did do a video post of all the gaming stuff that I got, and he managed to get me LMA 2007.
Yeah.
So I started playing that as well, which is really good so far. But they've got a mode on it. I don't know if you played this one, but it's like a fantasy team mode. So basically what it was is you can play like the normal game where you pick a team and obviously manage them. This is, you get like a 65 million budget. You can pick your name of your club and your badge and your kit colours and everything like that. And then it's like fantasy football when you see it in the newspapers or online, and you've got that 65 million budget to build your team. Right. And then obviously you then start into the game. So I started doing it on, what night was it? Was it Saturday night? No, or Friday night. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I then was like, right, I only got to the stage to just starting the season. It took me that long.
Wow.
To pick a team, because I'd done it on a stream, we were doing it on TikTok, and everyone was like, oh, check this player. And by the time I actually built the team, it was 1 in the morning. And I'm like, right, I'm not starting a season at this time. So I was like, right, my next stream, we'll get playing it and see how the team goes. But yeah, other than that, that's been it. I played a little bit again of Hard Rain, so I'm a little bit further into that. The bit where the police guy is in the shop, speaking to the guy that lost his son, and the guy comes in to rob the shop. So I'm not too far into it since the last time I spoke to you, maybe about another hour or something like that. So I need to get back to playing it, but LMA's taking up all my time.
Have you played LMA 2007 before then?
No.
Right,
I had it and I loaded it up, and then when I moved house I lost it. I don't know where it is. I'll no doubt find it now that I've obviously got another copy. But at that point I was only playing 2002, so I've never played 2007, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. Like it does seem like there's quite a few wee tweaks in it as well from 2002. The game engine on it looks brilliant. Everyone keeps commenting on that the game engine when the games are playing, when obviously you're watching it, is like better than the up-to-date football managers and everything. The graphics are really good. The gameplay on it's really good as well. So considering that game's almost 20-year-old, it looks really good. Really good.
That's mad. And I'm sorry to do this, but you always call it Hard Rain.
I've got that. It's heavy rain, isn't it? Where have I got Hard Rain from?
I don't know.
I'm sure I put a post out the other day and I said Hard Rain on it as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Where have I got that from? Probably just because it always rains hard in Scotland.
I'm sorry. I had to say something. Just in case people are like, what's Hard Rain?
This new game that nobody knows about.
So it sounds like you've got quite far into it then, if you're playing as the cop. So how many challenges have you done? Have you done the...
So is that, I take it that's like the button bashing challenges when you're talking about, where they come up with like push right, triangle, stuff like that, or is it other challenges? I've not had anything else other than them yet.
So there's I think I said on a previous episode where you have to pull up to like a bridge, and then it says through the sat nav you need to drive against oncoming traffic. Have you done that yet?
I've not done that yet. Nah, I've not done that. I've done the bit as well where it's the girl in our apartment, and she obviously wakes up and she goes around the apartment and then she sees people coming in and stuff. So I've only done like the button challenges where you have to press X and Y and push left and like throw your controller and all that. I've not done anything like what you've described yet, so
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll try and get back to it. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. I need to actually just sit and take maybe 2 hours or something and just sit
Yeah.
and play it. But
Yeah.
I'm finding myself playing like half an hour here and then half an hour there, because there was a bit where I hadn't played it for a week, and it was after right at the beginning, pretty much, where the wee boy goes missing at the fun part, like the carousel park,
Oh yeah.
and the police are interviewing the dad, and they say, right, what colour jackets the boy got on? And I'm like, I haven't played it for a week, I can't remember. And then it was like, what colour trousers has he got on? I'm like, I can't mind.
Yeah.
So I just left it, and then the dad answers by himself. And I was like, how bad was that? I can't even remember what your aim kid was wearing on that game.
Yeah. To be fair, that part, like when I first played it, I got interviewed like immediately after it happened, and I couldn't remember anything, and you just feel like the worst dad in the world. It's just like, I should know this. It's not like you like dressed him in the game though or anything like that, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. And I wasn't paying that much attention to that, but yeah, it just goes to show that if you're not paying attention, that was literally a week later, and I'm like, I can't even remember. It was shocking. What about yourself? What have you been playing this week?
Well, in terms of playing, I've not really been playing anything, to be honest. Yeah, like since getting the platinum on Power Wash Simulator, I've played a bit of Ghost of Tsushima, but I've not really been on it this week. I've had quite a busy week. But I did go to Alton Towers on Saturday.
Nice.
Not been for probably about 3 years now, and the Nemesis, when we went last time, it was shut. They
Right.
closed it down, but they've reopened it and they've called it Nemesis Reborn, and
Right.
it's basically the same ride, but they've just added a lick of paint to it. But it does give you like Resident Evil feels, which I thought was pretty good. And then there's a new ride called Toxicator, which is I think it used to be called Ripsaw or something, and you get basically put into your seats, and then you're on like I don't know, like spins you around, and there's like water that shoots up and stuff. So I went on that, but yeah, it was all right. When the queues as well were like really short as well. So like the first one we went straight to was the Smiler. We were waiting about 25 minutes, which was like really good. Because the last time we went 3 years ago, I think we were waiting about 2 hours to get on the Smiler.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, obviously, you're only there for like 6-7 hours as it is. So
yeah.
But yeah, we went on a few rides. It was fairly decent. Like, really enjoyed it.
Are you quite close to Alton Towers then? I take it you're not too far away from it.
Well, yeah, it's about an hour and a half drive for us. Yeah, it's not too bad. What about yourself? Have you been to Alton Towers?
I've only been once, and I tell you, I went, and it must have been about 20 years ago. And the reason for that is it was one of the first times I went when I first met my wife. So it was me and my wife went down, and she lived in a flat at the time with her friend, and her man went down. So we all just drove down together. But we went, I think it was like the day it opened or something. Does it close for over the winter or something?
Yeah,
and then it reopens or something. And it was the day that it opened, and it was absolutely dead. It was so quiet.
Really?
We were getting on everything. Yeah, we were literally getting on everything like multiple times because the queues were like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I don't know what you always used to moan about the queues here. And obviously Charlene and her pal and that had been before were like, no, it's never like this.
No.
I think it's because we went like it was like I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of opening day thing or that, and it was just so quiet. I couldn't believe how quiet it was. But I only remember, is it Oblivion it was called, the one that you go up and then they hang you over and you go flying down. And then there was it Air or something like that? It was like you were flying.
Yeah.
That's the only two I can really remember. And then we went to the pub, and I just spent most of the time in there. But yeah, I've not been since then. That was like 20 odd years ago. That's the only time I've been there.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Like after we went on Nemesis, they've got like a gift shop just outside, and they've got like posters up, and it said like, I think it opened in 1994, Nemesis.
Right, jeez.
Which is like 30 years ago. I'm just like, I just can't compute that it's that old.
That's mad, like.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good day out. But yeah, we didn't have time to go around all the park. Yeah, Yeah, you definitely need a day or two to go on everything. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I've really been up to be honest. Not much.
That sounds pretty cool though. Like as I say, Alton Towers is a fair trek for us. Like I think it was about 4 or 5 hours drive or something. It was a fair
Oh,
amount, if I
really?
remember. I'm sure we went as well, like through Glasgow and down that way.
Yeah.
If I remember right. But yeah, it's a bit of a trek. Like if you were driving from here.
Did you stay over then when you went?
I'm sure. Yeah, we stayed in. I can't remember where it was. It was just like a sort of travelling Premier Inn type place because I remember it was just on the outskirts. It was nothing really that fancy, to be honest. Just like a bog standard hotel. But yeah, we went down the night before, or the day before, sorry. We got there that night, had a few drinks, went to our beds, and then we were up early to obviously go to the park. And then once it had finished and shut, we were back home that day. Yeah, so
Nice
yeah,
one.
it was good though. For what I remember, it was brilliant. But yeah, I don't know why we've never been back down again. Actually, even like just taking the kids or that. But
Yeah.
I maybe have to try and have a look at it because like my two are wee daredevils. They love all that, like
Oh, do
roller
they?
coaster rides and everything. Yeah, big time. Like
They say if not, there's they've got like CBeebies World as well, which is good
oh,
for
is that?
like younger kids anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, have you got
That
any?
sounds cool.
Have you got any theme parks near you then, up in Scotland?
We used to. I don't know if it's still there. It probably is. Is M&D's? That's through like Glasgow. I think it was Glasgow Motherwell Way or something. And it's like a much slimmed down version. Like there's not anything like amazing, like huge, big, cool rides. But again, I think the last time I went was, I think it was even longer ago because I think I went
Yeah.
the last time when I still worked in Tesco's, was before my job that I'm in now, and it's before I even met my wife. So yeah, it would have been like when I was like 18, 19 or something we went. Because I remember it was like a Tesco activity thing that we all got to go.
All
And it
right.
was like, we got a bus through from the shop. We all went over. I went on about 2 rides and with the guys, and then we all just went to the pub, and all the lassies went on all the rides and everything. But yeah, we just stayed in the pub and played pool, and then got the bus back. So it was actually just a bit of a waste for us, eh?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was. I've been before that as well, but I haven't been since. I don't. Like I say, I don't even know if it's still there. I assume it is, but it's nowhere near on the scale of like Alton Towers or nothing like that. We don't really have anything like that up here.
No.
That's I'm surprised too, because if you look at all the open land that is up in Scotland, there'd be plenty of room to build one. But I don't know, maybe they just didn't think there's going to be enough money that would make bringing people into it. But
Yeah.
yeah, nah, it's pretty rubbish up here for stuff like that. To be fair.
Fair dues. Yeah, it'd be good to get something up there when it like just to like say bring people into Scotland. Like I've never been to Scotland, but yeah, there's nothing really up there apart from just like a breakaway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nice one, cool. Well, yeah, so we're gonna get straight onto our little like game. It's a new game, this one. So what I thought we could do is have a look for the top 10 of something, and it's down to us to try and guess what is in the top 10. So for example, we could say what are the best top 10 selling Mega Drive games of all time, and I could put that to you, and then you could try and guess what they are. So I've got an official list of this subject that I've looked into. So and then it's down to you to try and get the top 10. And then you could do the same for me. But yeah, I think it'd be good for the listeners or the viewers to play along as well, see if they got any of them right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool, nice one. So do you want me to do my list first and see if you can guess?
If you want, yeah. Let's
okay.
go for it. Yep. Let's see what you've got.
So what I'll say is I'll tell you the subject and I'll tell you where I found it as well. Found the list. So I went for the most iconic video game character of all time, and the list is this list was put together in April 2024, and it's an official BAFTA poll. So the BAFTAs
right
put a poll out, and I think it was to 4,000 people, and
okay.
From that they've got a top 10 of the most iconic video game characters of all time.
Okay, of all time, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to go quite far back, right? I would have to say then, well, Mario's surely going to be on that list. I would have to think.
Mario is on that list. Do you want to have a guess where on the list?
See, I would think probably quite high. Who would be more iconic though than Mario? Depends on the age group, I suppose. The people that have said, I'll go third, maybe third.
Ooh, because it came second.
Oh, yeah. Right. So if he's second, who would be above him? I'm going to say Sonic, but I wouldn't have thought Sonic would be above him though. So if he's second, I'd say maybe Sonic third.
Oh, close again. Sonic is fourth on the list.
Oh, fourth.
Yeah.
Who would be in between they two? Right. I'm going to go a bit more up to date. Say Crash Bandicoot.
So Crash Bandicoot is not in the top 10, but he did get 15th position.
Right. Okay. I think now. See, this is it. I'm trying to think of people that would be. What about Alex Kidd?
Alex Kidd? No, Alex Kidd did not make the cut. He's not even in the top 20.
Right. I'm going to say them. What about Snake for Metal Gear Solid? Surely.
Snake did not get the top 10. He got 14th position.
14. Right.
So you've got two so far. You've got Mario and Sonic.
I know this is pretty poor. Try to think of gaming character. What about like any of the Simpsons characters classed in this?
Let's have a look. No Simpsons.
No Simpsons. No Turtles. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No Turtles. No.
Right, I'm going to start going through like fighting games. What about like Guile for Street Fighter, maybe?
There are no Street Fighter characters in the top 10.
In Mortal Kombat, no? Like Sub-Zero or something?
No Mortal Kombat either.
Ecco the Dolphin?
No, Ecco's not in the top 10 or in the top 20.
Right, what about any... I'm going to try and think of GTA characters, so Grand Theft Auto, sure there's got to be people for that.
There's no GTA in the top 10 or top 20.
Like Red Dead? Like, is it Arthur Morgan or anyone like that? No.
Arthur Morgan is 11th position.
Oh.
So you're getting closer. You're getting closer.
I'm just so bad at this.
To be fair, though, there's a couple of characters on here that I've never heard of. So I don't know who they've asked, but yeah.
So what about maybe like Spyro or Croc, maybe? Any of these two?
Spyro's not in the top 20. What was the other one?
Croc. Like PlayStation 1 game, Croc.
Oh, Croc. No, Croc's not even in the top 20.
I'm really struggling here. I'm trying to think of a range. Is there more Mario characters in this? Like maybe like Bowser or something? This is going to throw me off now.
Let's have a look. No, Mario is the only one in that universe that's in the top 20.
Like Pac-Man? I'm trying to think of going further back.
Yeah, Pac-Man's in there. So Pac-Man is 6th position.
Right, so we've got Mario, Sonic, and Pac-Man.
You want me to try and give you some clues?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to, because I'm doing absolutely awful here. Is it older characters then, maybe? Is it old? Do I need to be thinking older games rather than more up-to-date ones? Or
it's quite a mixed bag, to be honest. Tank controls. Do you remember?
Tank control. Oh, like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, so
Lara as well. Then it'll be.
Do you want to guess where Lara Croft is on the list?
I would say maybe the second been taken. Was that no? It was
third. Second is Mario.
So third in between Sonic and Mario, maybe that.
She actually came first as the most.
Oh no way!
Apparently, the most iconic video game character of all time is Lara Croft. Apparently.
I bet that's to do with the 2 points anyway. That's probably why so iconic. So what about Resident Evil then, maybe?
Resident Evil.
What's his name again? Chris. What's his name again? The main guy. Can't remember his surname.
There's no Resident Evil characters in the top 20.
Resident Evil. Is there more PlayStation in here, like PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2?
Yeah, so there's there's at least 3 more PlayStation. So we're talking, there's one for PS2, there's one for PS4, and there's one for PS3 as well.
Probably like Jackson Daxter, nothing like that.
No, nothing like that.
I'm struggling. I'm really struggling here. I can't think.
I'll give you another clue.
Right, go for it.
Bald guy.
Oh, Hitman, Agent 47.
Agent 47. So he came third. He was the third most iconic after Mario.
Third more so than Sonic. That seems crazy, yeah. Mind you, there is a lot of Hitman games, mind you, but
yeah.
Jeez.
Let's try and think of another one. What if I went boy?
No.
He's another bald guy, and he's got white skin, and he's got like a red tattoo that goes from top of his head down his arm, and
like Kratos or whatever you call him. No,
Kratos, yeah.
I thought I said, did I not say him earlier? No,
I don't think
God
so.
of War. Oh, I meant to say him because I was thinking when I had said other people that was more up to date, I meant to say him. Oh, no.
So he got 9th position. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So do you want to have maybe 3 more guesses? And then
I'm struggling here. Like, I'm trying to think. It wouldn't be anything from. No, see, I was thinking like Fallout Boy, as in like the Fallout characters, but I don't think that will be anything in it because it's not like an actual character.
No, not Fallout Boy or Fallout.
There's not anything from like Streets of Rage or Golden Axe, nothing like that. Is it more up to date than that?
Yeah, the ones that are left are more up to date. Yep. Bar 1.
It's not GTA. What about? I'm trying to think of games now. You said PS3. What about like Duke Nukem or something like that? No.
No, Duke Nukem. You got one more guess?
No, I honestly don't know. I'm going to say John Madden. Honestly, I've got such a mind blank. I cannot think of anybody. No.
Okay, cool. Right.
And I know I'm going to be like, these are going to be so obvious as well, probably, aren't they?
I don't know. I think
maybe,
I think 1 or 2 might be, you'd be like, oh yeah, of course. But like I said, there's a couple on here that I've never heard of. So I'll go through the list. So in first place, it was Lara Croft, which you got correct. Then it was Mario, which you got correct. Agent 47, Sonic. In 5th position was Sackboy.
Oh, I've never played. Is that like the
Little Big Planet
thing? I've never played that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I know what it is when you say the name, but I would never have guessed that as a name. No.
Yeah. Then in 6th position was Pac-Man. Number 7, which you didn't get, was Link from Zelda.
Oh, Zelda, right. I didn't even think of Zelda. I've not played Zelda, but it's an obvious one, that as well. No.
Number 8 was Master Chief from Halo.
Oh, Halo. I've never played Halo either. I know who Master Chief is, obviously, but but it's an obvious one now too.
And then 9 was Kratos, which you got. And then number 10, I've never heard of this character. Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played
that. Yeah. Nah, never in a million years would I got that.
Do you want to know what the rest were in terms of the top 20?
Go and hit us with the rest, yeah.
So in 11th position was Arthur Morgan, which you got. Number 12 was Pikachu.
Oh yeah, Pokemon. Never
Yeah.
even thought of that.
And then 13 was Steve from Minecraft.
Oh, again, never played it.
14 was Solid Snake, which you got.
Mm-hmm.
15 was Crash Bandicoot, which you got.
Mm-hmm.
16 was Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. Cloud.
Oh, after you started going through this, I was like, I should have said something to do with Final Fantasy because there
Yeah.
surely would have been a character. Not that I know their names, but right, okay, that makes sense.
17 Astarion, again Baldur's Gate 3.
Nah, we wouldn't have got that.
In 18th position was Kazuma Kira, which is from Yakuza.
No.
Number 19 was Ellie from The Last of Us.
Oh, The Last of Us. I never even thought of the Ellie over Joel.
Yeah, Joel's not even in the top 20. Yeah. And then in 20th position was Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
I never even thought of that either. Uncharted. To be fair, see when you said that was your top 10 thing, I'll not lie, I sat in my head and goes, this will be a piece of piss. I thought it would be easy. And then when I started like rattling off some names, and then I'm like, wait a minute, there's not as many names in my head as what I thought there was at the beginning. Like,
I thought because it's an official poll, like from the BAFTAs, I thought it'd be a good one to use because, like, you probably saw yourself. There's loads of like random lists that people have put together, but are they accurate? And I thought this is probably as accurate as it's going to get. And apparently Lara Croft trumps everybody. Apparently,
in a way, I suppose I could maybe understand because there's still games coming out now, isn't it? It was total iconic. Then you had obviously the movies with what's her name, Angelina Jolie and everything. So she was massive, I suppose. When you think about it, when it broke on the scene. So I mean, maybe not to me because I grew up with characters that are older, but I suppose people maybe in the early 30s of that, they would have been at the boom prime age for when like Lara Croft and all that came out, for gamers and stuff. So yeah, I suppose I could see it.
Cool. Yeah, I thought that's going to be a bit tough. Like looking at the actual list, because I don't think I would have guessed half of them. But you did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 out of 10, so that's good.
I'll take that. Yeah. Over halfway, so that's fine. I'll take that. I was much more confident until I then started saying answers, and then it was like, nope. And I'm like, I've only got a few more answers left here. I was even looking at my Mega Drive games above me there, and it was like, nah, none of these. But that's why I said like Ecco and things, because I was like, nah, none of these are going to be in it.
Yeah, right. Okay, hit me. Let's.
Right, so I've got it on my phone, so I just need to look at here now. This was the games of the 90s, and it was a poll by The Guardian, the newspaper The Guardian. Now, likewise to yours, I would say there's a lot of games in here that definitely you'll know them, but for me, the order of them's a bit strange, is what I'll say. But yeah, this is The Guardian's, what they were saying was the biggest, but it's the top 15 I've got. Obviously, you just need to guess the top 10, but I only goes to 15. So you're looking at the top 10 games of the 90s.
Of the 90s, okay.
Of the 90s, yeah.
So there's gonna be like, there's gonna be like Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, N64. Okay, just so I've got an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna.
To be fair, there's a good range of everything in here, I would say, console-wise.
Okay.
Even with a cheeky handheld chucked in as well, I would say.
Oh, that's a nice big clue. Thank you. Okay, right. Immediately, I went to GoldenEye. Is GoldenEye on there?
Surprisingly not. No, what? GoldenEye is not on there. No, it's not there. I would have it. 100%. I would have it. I love GoldenEye, but
wow.
No, it's not on this list.
I thought that was massive in the 90s, but apparently not to The Guardian.
Not to The Guardian, no.
All right, let's go with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, you've got that. Do you want to guess whereabout you think in the top 10 that hit?
Oh, I think that'd be pretty high up. I'm going to say 3rd.
4th.
Oh, I'm going to say 4th.
So close.
Okay.
But yeah, Final Fantasy VII comes in at number 4.
Metal Gear Solid.
So, Metal Gear Solid is not in there.
Stop.
Nope.
No.
Which I was shocked at as well. I thought that would have been up there.
What?
But nah, it's not in that list. Their list.
Well, I'm never going to read The Guardian again.
Nah, me
There we
neither.
go.
I don't know who they've interviewed in The Guardian for this, like, but it's a bit of a. Some of them I can see, yeah, but some of them I'm like, it's a bit strange the order they're in. One in particular as well was a bit really random.
Okay, let's go with Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
So I'll give you. It's got Sonic the Hedgehog in it, so
Oh, okay.
I would assume it's like the first one. So yeah, where do you think that's hitting the top 10?
I think that'd be pretty high up as well. Third?
No, so it was 7th. They had it
Oh,
as 7.
7. Okay.
Yep. So you got 2 so far, doing good.
90s. Pokemon Red.
Yes, yeah. So bang
Is
on.
it?
So they've got it as Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming that will be the handheld one. So that was my handheld
Yeah.
suggestion there. So where do you think that hit in the top 10?
Should we say 8th?
Oh, 6. So just above
Oh,
Sonic.
okay.
Just above Sonic.
Just above Sonic. 90s. Gosh, there's so many games in the 90s, isn't there?
Okay, I could give you a clue. There's one that you've actually just mentioned in that last poll that we were talking about. You
really?
actually said the game from the one when I was trying to guess the top 10. That is one of the games that's in it. I didn't guess it, so you have to tell me the character.
Oh, is it Zelda?
It is. It is, yep. So where do you think Ocarina of Time landed in this?
I think that'd be pretty high as well. Second?
It is, bang on.
Is it?
Yeah, well done, well done.
Sweet. Okay.
So what do you think would be bigger than that? That's the
yeah.
tough one to get what's number 1 spot. According to The Guardian, whatever random person they've asked.
Yeah. How is Metal Gear Solid not on that list?
Yeah.
Still dumbfounded. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Like,
It is.
yeah.
It's because you've got your mind's blank with just trying to think of stuff on the spot. So you can tell that we've not rehearsed this.
Is Mario 64 on there?
Super Mario 64 is on there, yep.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Where do you think it is?
It's not number 1, is it?
It is.
Is
That's
it?
what we've got as number 1, yeah. That's genuine number 1.
Wow.
Super Mario 64.
Wow. Okay.
So how many is that? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually got 5 out the top 10. So yeah, you're doing better than me so far. I get 1 more.
Yeah, I need to try and get 2 more.
What's left? Well, let me just see what's left here. 1, 2. Right, you might get it. You might get it, but it'll be tough, is what I'm going to say there. Yeah. 2 of them, I'm like, no million way that you're going to guess these 2. The other ones potentially, but there's 2 of them in that top 10. I don't think you would ever think was going to be in this top 10.
Okay, I'm just going to chuck some out there.
Go for it.
Tekken 3.
Oh, so it's not Tekken 3. Nope, no Tekken.
Tekken 2? Oh, there's no Tekken at all. Okay.
No Tekken. No.
Spyro the Dragon.
No, there's no Spyro. No.
Crash Bandicoot.
No, Crash Bandicoot's not there either. No.
Okay. Think. Yeah, I'm struggling.
Let me know if you want any clues.
Gosh.
So when you said Tekken as a fighting game, think of another
Street Fighter.
Game. Yes, you've got that Street Fighter 2. Who do you think that landed in the top 10?
5th?
No, so it was 10th. That's got it down as 10th. Yeah. So that's you unequal with me if you want to just call it quits there. If you're going to go for it.
All right. I'll have 3 more guesses. I'll make it fair.
Right.
3 more guesses. Oh man, this is so hard.
I'll tell you then that one of them I'm looking at, the one I think is the most obvious to get, is a PS1 game.
Oh, is it?
That'll not help you, but because there's a big catalogue there. But it's a PS1 game. I suppose you could class it as a sports game. There we go. There's a clue.
Gran Turismo?
So that is there, but it's number 14. It's 14th in the list.
Okay. Wow. Just trying to think of some PS1 games that I've not said. Hogs of War?
Franchise the games as well. What was that one, sorry?
Hogs of War?
Nah, it's not there. It's a franchise of games as well that came out PS1 and then later systems as well. And been remaked, should I say, or remastered, whatever you want to call it. Sports game.
Sports game. Tony Hawk's.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you think that landed? So you've got either 3rd, 5th, or 9th in the top 10.
Let's go 9th.
It was, yeah. Bang on. That's where they had it.
Right, I'll stop there.
Right. So what was left over then? I'll do it bottom all the way up. So 15th, they had Monkey Island 2.
Okay, right.
14th was Gran Turismo, what you got. 13th was Fallout 2, which I was surprised to see that because not many people have played it. But I love Fallout 2. That was like one of my favourite Fallout games. Next up in 12th, which to be honest, I thought you maybe would have got this one or at least put it in as a guess, was Resident Evil. And 11th, we've got Super Mario Kart. The final 2 in the top 10, which I think you'll maybe have, I never would have even guessed these, was at 5th, it was Quake.
Quake? Yeah, I never would have got that.
Which I could see if maybe Doom was in there, but Quake I thought was a bit of a random one. And then 3rd was Half-Life, believe it or not, they had.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got that either.
I wouldn't have got that either, but yeah, I don't know what person they've interviewed for that. Guardian games of the 90s. Some of them I could definitely say were definitely in there, but for me the order was a bit strange. Like how Resident Evil was only 12th. I couldn't understand that. I thought that would have been higher. Even Super Mario Kart as well.
Oh yeah.
I would have thought that would have been higher. But that was 11th. And then like I say, even then you look at Gran Turismo. And then Sensible World of Soccer. That was 8th.
What?
Yeah, Sensible World of Soccer, which again was a bit of a strange one for me. I love the game, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if that. I mean, there's no FIFA or anything in there, which I would have thought maybe would have trumped it just for the number of FIFA games that came out. But yeah that is the list.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess people watching or listening, if you could let us know if you got any of those that we didn't get in the comments, and then maybe we'll try that again on another episode, and hopefully it won't be as hard. Is that right?
I thought it would be an easy section when you had suggested this as an idea. I thought, this will be quite an easy one until the pressure's on, the camera's on you, and you just mine goes absolutely blank.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, pretty good that.
I like that. I did like that.
Cool. Right. So we've got some questions today. So normally we think of some questions and we think, we'll ask that on the podcast. But actually today we've got 4 questions that the people that have been watching and listening have actually given us. So we've not had to do any work today to think of any questions, which is really good, and it's very welcomed. So I'll go through them one at a time, and I'll say who's said it, and then we'll just take it in turns. So the first one, I reckon this is an inside joke between you and this person, because I'm not quite sure what they mean. So, this is from Man Cave Bartender on TikTok, and his question was what are your thoughts on Ecco?
Shite. I hate that game so much. So it is an inside joke, because I did mention it, and when I used to do streams when I first came on TikTok, and it was obviously Mega Drive stuff, everyone was like, you should play Echo the Dolphin, and I'm like, no, it's like the worst game ever. There's games that are associated with the Mega Drive that are iconic to it, like Golden Axe and Streets of Rage, and you would always find them in packs with the console and stuff. And Echo the Dolphin is one of them. And it's like, to me, the most stupid game. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's like the most pointless of games. It got a sequel because I'm looking at it now. There's a second one, and there's Echo Junior as well. So if you wanted to have any more misery of playing that game, and I remember I did put a post up. It was it was a good few years ago now, of me slating it, and it was so divided. The comments,
Was
like,
it?
there was no happy medium. There was genuinely no happy medium of anyone saying, "Oh, it's all right." It was either, "How can you be saying that? This game is brilliant," and other people saying, "Yeah, 100% agree. It's absolute toilet." And it was just, I don't know what it is. And I actually did play it on a stream last year. I thought, right, I'm going to play it on a stream. And I got to like the third part of it, and I was like, I can't play this anymore. It's just, I don't know, the sound, the music in it, bits in like the annoying dolphin noises, and
Yeah.
oh no, it's terrible. I can't stand the game. I don't know
No.
what's your thoughts on it, but
To,
man, I just can't stand it.
to be fair, I think it's an absolute masterpiece. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. I played it when I was about probably 7 or 8, and I didn't think much of it then, and I've not played it since. So yeah, I think you're probably right. I don't think it's that good of a game.
Yeah, but there's people that love it. There is people that love it,
Yeah.
because I did get like, not hate, it was all banter and stuff, but like people hating in the comments saying, "How can you say this?" But it was all banter. It was nothing taken out of context. But I'm just like, no, it's like the worst game ever, and it's like, and it always, there's certain games you associate with the Mega Drive, like I say, and that is one of them. Like, always, if you think of a Mega Drive, give me 10 Mega Drive games. As 90% of people are probably going to mention Echo the Dolphin in
Yeah,
there.
they will. Yeah.
Even the front cover is quite iconic and stuff, but it's such a shite game. I know I don't swear much, but it is.
So has Echo the Dolphin had a movie or anything, or is it just like a game that was just made, or do
I
you know?
think so, yeah. Not as far as I'm aware there was a
Yeah.
movie or anything. Not to say there's maybe not like a cartoon of it somewhere kicking about.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but 100% I wouldn't be watching it.
I don't know why,
Maybe
but
somebody could tell us if there is one, actually. Maybe there is some obscure cartoon or something.
I don't know. Maybe like when I was a kid, it just reminded me of Free Willy or something. I don't know. Just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, okay. That's that's the Man Cave Bartender's question. So the next question is from Shivers. So Shivers asked us a question on the last podcast. So he's come back with another great question, which is, what was your first handheld, i.e. Game Boy, PSP, etc.? And what was your first game you played on it?
Would you want to go first this time? You can go first.
Oh yeah, I'll
What
go
was your
first. Yeah.
first one?
So I had a good think about this, and the first one I actually owned was probably the PSP. And I think the first game that I ever played on it, because I got it pretty much at release, the game market near me, it's at a shopping centre called Crystal Peaks. It's like a really small shopping centre, but inside I've got like a market stalls. And this game shop, they managed to get them imported from America. So I think the release date, I think in America they got it earlier than the UK.
All right.
So they managed to import some in. So I managed to get one off of them. It was only by like a few weeks or something. And I remember having Ape Escape on the loose, which is like, it's basically Ape Escape but on the PSP. And I also got Metal Gear Acid as well, which is it's like a turn-based game where you like it's like you're like given cards, and certain cards give you like actions and stuff. It wasn't very good, to be honest, but that was like the main reason I really wanted a PSP, so I could play that. But yeah, I think I probably went on Ape Escape first, just so to get used to it. But the first like handheld that I actually ever played was the Game Boy. And my grandma, she she entered a competition in the newspaper, and she won a Game Boy from it. And it came with Tetris, and then she also got Alien 3 as well.
quite random, isn't it?
And I remember playing Alien 3, not having a clue what I was doing on it, and just getting killed all the time. But I really enjoyed playing it. But yeah, question is, what was your first handheld? Yeah, so the first one that I owned was the PSP. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should say that because it's exactly the same for me.
Oh, is
And
it?
I've actually hunted mine out. And
sweet.
the first game I got is the game that's actually in it, because it came with it, and it was FIFA 08.
Oh,
FIFA. That was technically the first game I played on it, and yeah, I was PSP as well, so I never had like a Game Boy or a Game Gear or nothing like that. I think I maybe had one of those, you know, the little like Game and Watch things, like the rectangular things that had, but I couldn't really remember what game it was. I do remember having one of those at some point, but I don't know if I maybe just played on it and it maybe wasn't actually mine. But yeah, I was the same. It was PSP for me, and then the first handheld that I did ever play was the Game Boy. It was my pal that lived a few doors up from us, and I remember he had Tetris, he had Mario, is it the Lost Stars or whatever it was called, Mario the Lost something, Coins or something, and the wrestling game, the WWE or WWF as it was back then, WWF wrestling game, and that was it. Yeah, that was the three games that we used to play on his Game Boy. But yeah, the first one I ever owned was a PSP. That was exactly the same. Yeah, exactly the same.
I remember playing FIFA on PSP, and it was so good. Like, you know, like compared to like playing it on a PS1 or PS2 was out at the time as well, weren't it? But I just remember being able to play FIFA on Go and just absolutely loving it.
It was like, but do you not find that the PSP now, because of all the handhelds that are out and the Ambernicks and everything, PSPs were quite uncomfortable to play on.
Yeah.
Like, it was only so long that you could play without your thumbs just starting to absolute kill when you were using, obviously, the two analogs. I just felt that. I just didn't think, going back to playing on it recently, I'm like, this is not comfortable to play on. In regards to some of the handhelds that we've now got, obviously through like emulation and stuff, and the way they've changed like how to hold them, and even like the Switch, like playing the Switch is so much more comfortable than you're sitting like this on the PSP, and then after a while you just feel the pain in there.
It's definitely not for like long sessions, is it? It's like just like a quick fix, isn't it? If you just want a quick fix. So I've got a good question for you then. So obviously with PSP, they come with UMDs, you know, the movies.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever own any movies?
No, I never did, and it was something I always said I was going to get, because I wanted to get the movies, so if I ever went abroad, I could sit on the plane and watch a movie on my PSP. But I never got one. I've only got like maybe 6 games or 7 games on my PSP. But what I actually did was I gave mine to my pal and he modded it for me. So I was able to get games, and then I put on like a Mega Drive emulator and a SNES emulator. And to be fair, I played those games more than the PSP games. I think I got a Championship Manager game, and that's all I used to sit and play. But I've never watched a movie on it yet. No. I've never watched. Did you see the movie that Tony shared?
So for people that don't know, you could actually buy soft porn, which were like official releases for the PSP as well, like UMDs. It's just mind blowing.
We used to get them in CX.
Yeah, I think you can buy them in CX, can't you? I think so.
No.
But it'd be a bit awkward, wouldn't it? It's like, yeah, can I have that, please?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm similar to you. I never bought any UMDs back then, because I think at the time as well, I think they were probably the same price, if not more, than what it cost to buy a DVD. So just like, you'd just rather get the DVD, 'cause at least that way you can, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good question. Right, so this is from, let me know if I've said this right. RetroSega's Wee Bro.
That's it.
So
he's not a gamer in the slightest, by the way. So I'm actually shocked he listens to the podcast. Even being my brother, gaming is like the complete opposite to anything he's interested in. Like, not at all. Not at all.
So his question was, what is your Mount Rushmore of game characters? I think this is a really good question.
See, I thought it was a good one as well. And it was funny because I said to my wife, Oh, Dean sent a question in. She's like, I listen to your podcast. I was like, you do not. I was like, stop. She's like, yes, I do. I listen to it ×3, so at least I could actually say I've listened to it. So the ×3 speed, so it must fly through it in about like 30 minutes or 25 minutes. I'm like, all right, okay. But yeah, I was, because she didn't know what Mount Rushmore of something meant, and I was like, well, I take it as you always hear about it in wrestling, like who's your Mount Rushmore of like wrestlers, and they always interview, like if they interview Hulk Hogan or whoever, they always ask them that question. So I was like, yeah, that's my take on it, to what it is. So I really struggled with this one because I was like, yeah, I do it for characters that should be in a Mount Rushmore, or just characters for me that I think, because I've played like games using them and stuff. So I really struggled. I really struggled with this. Was so I've got the 4, but again, it was tough. Like, it was really, really tough. I changed my mind about a million times. So the 4 I have is, I had Sonic in there.
Yeah.
I had Mario, because I was like, yeah, because although I didn't really play a lot of Mario games growing up, I used to play a hell of a lot of Mario Kart. We used to love Mario Kart. And then I did have Mario 64 on my N64, and I loved it, and I played it. And I'm like, well, you've surely, in gaming terms, you've got to have Sonic and Mario as like your 1, 2. Like your Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair type thing. And then this is where I struggled now. I was getting some really obscure ones. And I've went for, and even now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I could probably think other ones that I wanted to change them to. But I've went for Axel from Streets of Rage.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because I loved Streets of Rage. I played it so much. I was like, he's got to be in there. And then I actually went for Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. And I was going to go down the Street Fighter route, because I probably did play Street Fighter just as much as I did Mortal Kombat. But with Street Fighter, I used to either go like Guile, Ken, Ryu, Blanca, Sagat. They were like the guys I used to always go. Whereas whenever I played Mortal Kombat, it was just Sub-Zero. That's the only person I used to go. I loved him. I just thought he was such a cool looking character and everything. So yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore. And it was a tough one. I struggled with this question. Like,
yeah,
that's it. That's mine.
To be honest, I'm probably going to change my mind a few times as well. Like, but there's definitely 2 that I think would definitely be on there. First one being Sonic. Got to have Sonic on there, aren't you? Afraid to say Lara Croft will not be making an appearance. But Solid Snake would definitely be on there as well.
I thought you'd have them.
Yeah, those 2, like, in terms of gaming, they're like the most iconic for me. Be on there. And then I struggled. Just trying to. I've got 3 in mind, but I'm just trying to think which one I'm gonna bin off. So I would probably go with. Oh man. I'll probably go with Ellie from The Last of Us. Just because it's like one of my favorite games, and the last one. I would probably go with Yoshimitsu in Tekken 3. He was like my go-to character on Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because he had the sword, but I used to be able to do his 10-hit combos like every single time. And he used to do this move as well where it's called Kamikaze, I think, where he runs up to the character, spins round, stabs himself with the sword, and stabs the opponent at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So it takes damage off him, but it also takes like a lot of damage off the other person.
Yeah.
And you used to be able to get like loads of like double KOs from doing that.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that'd be it. It'd be Sonic, Solid Snake, LA, and Yoshimitsu, I think.
That's good. But it was a lot harder than I thought, that question. Like, I did struggle. And even now, looking at my answers, I'm like, I bet I could probably change them again, to be fair.
yeah. But the other character would have been Cloud Strife, I think. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. That's the one that I binned off.
Yeah.
Although I do love Final Fantasy VII, I think the ones have a close place in my heart.
Yeah, there you go. No, that's a good choices. Good choices.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that question. That was a really good one.
I thought it was a good one as well. I was shocked.
Right, we're coming up to the last question, which is from, I'm just going to say his full name just in case people want to look him up. So it's from TTV _ Matt Hito 4, or as we know him, Matt.
Yep.
So his question was, what game have you played and enjoyed, but is underrated in the gaming community?
So I went for this one. Again, this was a tough one as well, but I went for Rock and Roll Racing. And the reason I went for Rock and Roll Racing is the amount of times that I have played it and say on a stream of that, the amount of people that don't even know what it is. And like they'll look at it and say, oh, what game's that? It looks pretty cool. And I'm like, oh, it's Rock and Roll Racing. It's like, I loved this growing up, but it seems like there's not a lot of people actually know what it is or have ever actually really seen it. But like the soundtrack in it's amazing. Like the gameplay, the whole mechanics of it is so easy just to pick up and play. So yeah, that was basically my one. It was more so I thought it was underrated just because like so many people don't know of it, and a lot of people have just never ever seen it. But to me, I played it like all the time growing up, and I just absolutely loved it. So yeah, that was my choice. Was Rock and Roll Racing, the Mega Drive version, of course.
I don't think I've ever played that, to be honest. Like it kind of rings a bell, but I can't imagine it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably have to put it on the game stick or something.
Yeah, honestly, try the Mega Drive version of it. The music's cracking in it, and just like the whole like mechanics of it, and you get to upgrade your cars, and like you get turbos on them, or you get missiles and like better suspensions and stuff. It's all like set in space and futuristic and that. But yeah, honestly, try it. It's such good fun, man. Such a good game.
Yeah, I have to give that a go. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for me, again, I struggle on a lot of these questions, to be fair, but the one that popped to mind was Death Stranding. Have you played that one?
Yeah. So I started that and then I binned it off. I started it and I think I got maybe about an hour into it and then I just binned it off. I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Yeah. So for me, like the reason I played it was because mainly it's Hideo Kojima, the guy who made Metal Gear Solid. It's like his first game doing his own production and stuff. So I thought I'm gonna give it a good go, and yeah, a lot of people just said, "Oh, it's just a walking simulator. It's nothing to brag about. It's boring." But I really, really enjoyed it, and I don't know what it was. Yeah, definitely the first 2 or maybe 3 chapters they do really drag, but I think it's because they're trying to like teach you like how to play the game, but also they're trying to give you like loads of information about the backstory of the Death Stranding, and then once you get past chapter 3, that's when it really like kicks in. So but yeah, I just love the fact that you're in this massive world and there's literally nobody about, and it's just you on this mission to try and connect people together again. And there's a really good soundtrack for it as well, but it's mainly music by a band called Low Raw, and never heard of them before, but like some of their songs just like, I don't know, it's like really hit home, especially when you like what it'll do is like at the beginning of the mission it'll say you need to transport these goods to this port, but it's, I don't know, like a 3-mile hike, and you've got to try and like plan how you're going to get there and stuff. And then you'll just be walking for ages and ages, like through all this terrain, and then all of a sudden some music will start to come on. You're like, oh, but I don't know, it just like pushes you to want to get to that next part. And Low Raw, the lead singer's actually died now as well. He
has he?
I think he died of pneumonia. He was in either his late 30s or early 40s. So like, I don't know, just like just sits really well with me now, just like being able to listen to that music. And again, I've got Death Stranding on vinyl, and it's basically all of the songs from Law all the way through. But yeah, I think what I would say to anyone who's not played it, get another try. Like, maybe just try and get past the third chapter, and then if at that point you're still not enjoying it, then yeah, just bin it off. But
I know you've said that to me before. Like, I think I did say to you that I had played it. I must have, or if it wasn't you, it was someone else I was speaking to, and they said the same thing. Oh, you've stopped it too early. To at least get to like the third mission or the third level, and then make your decision at that point. So it is one that I always say, right, I'll need to go back to it at some point, but I've just never went back because it was like stunningly, like visually stunning. Like, I was playing the game, the beginning of it, but I think that's what I just got a bit bored with, was just, what am I doing here? It doesn't seem like I'm doing anything apart from just wandering about. And yeah, usually I've got like my hour to make a decision on a game. If I play it for over an hour, that'll be me. I'll try and play it till I can finish it. But if I hit an hour and I'm not enjoying it, I just sack it off and try and go to something else.
Yeah,
so I think a few people have said that to me. You just sacked it off just a little bit too early.
Yeah, I guess another thing I would say as well is, if you don't feel like you know what's going on, that's okay, because I forgot how many chapters there is. I think there's like 13 or 14 chapters, and it was only until the 10th chapter that I actually figured out what was going on. And all the way through, I'm listening to the story, I'm listening to all these explanations from all the characters, and I'm just like, I just don't get it. But then it was the 10th chapter. I forgot what the character's called, but you visit this character, and he just like puts all the pieces together for you, and it's just like, oh, that's what's going on. And then it made me want to play it again, to like, now that I understand what's going on, like, see it from a different point of view. But yeah, like, I think for me that's the game that I feel like a lot of people think it's just overrated. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely on my list to go back to, so I definitely need to do it, I think.
Cool, nice one. Right, so we've come up to the next section of the podcast, which is play on words. So this is the part of the podcast, or the episode, where me and RetroSega challenge each other with some wordplay. So I've thought of 3 Sega Mega Drive games that Dylan has to try and guess, and then Dylan's got 3 PS1 games that I need to try and guess. So who wants to go first?
I don't mind. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? You can pick.
Shall I try mine on you? Oh, in fact,
right, okay, go for it.
To be fair, I think I've been really mean this episode. I think mine are going to be really hard for you to guess. So maybe you should test me first.
Right, I'll not feel as bad. First. I think mine's are going to be quite easy, to be fair. So let's see. But they're all PS1 games. Again, they are PS1 games. So the first one I've got is Zebra.
Zebra. Bruh. Zebra. I'm just thinking horse. It's not horse, because I can't think of a game called Horse. And I'm thinking Stripes. Black and White.
No.
You said this is supposed to be easy.
Well, now that I'm looking at this one, I think this is the hardest one out of the 3, I think.
Okay. Zebra. Can I have a hint?
So it's nothing to do with an animal.
Nothing
to do with an animal. It's a game. Let me think. I'm trying to think of a good clue here. That's not going to ruin it. I would say it's not the most iconic PS1 games, but it's definitely quite a rare one that you don't see very often. But when you see it, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I remember that game." If you've watched any of my recent videos, the game does feature in one of my recent videos.
Is it Z?
It is,
Oh,
because I thought, is it for the, what's it they call it, the thingy alphabet, but A for Alpha, B for Bravo,
oh,
Z for,
okay.
oh no, it's Zulu, it's Z
I'm
for
gonna say
Zulu,
I
isn't it?
thought it
So
was
it's
Zulu.
Zebra. Oh, no wonder you never got it. Oh, well, that's a rubbish one for me. I mean, Z for zebra, and then I'm like, it's actually Zulu. I should put Zulu. Oh,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, I've never played Z.
Yeah, it's basically like Command and Conquer, but
Oh, is it?
it's all set with like futuristic like robots and things like
Ah,
that, and it's got a little bit of a more quirky side to it as well.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty cool. Like it is quite a cool game.
yeah. That's good. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've never played it, but yeah, I saw that you got it from Jim, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah,
So I've not played it yet. Since I've got it, I'll need to get it put on the PS2 at some
yeah,
point and
yeah.
play it. But yeah, I was buzzing to finally get my hands on it. Like,
Yeah, it'd be good to see that, especially if it's like
Mhm.
futuristic. Like I can
Yeah.
imagine, back then that was like a really cool game to play.
hmm
Yeah,
it was cool. Like, so I liked it anyway. I liked it.
cool.
So the next one I've got is, and hopefully I'm going to say this right, is 10A.
Ken R.
10A.
Say it again.
There's a way I'm saying it. There's a reason I'm saying it like that as well. By the way, I'm not like drunk or anything like that. Not yet.
Wait, is it Ken? Ken?
10 TEN. The
Oh,
number
10.
10.
10.
10A.
Ah. 10 X. 10 for, is it like Roman numerals? X? No.
Nah, nah. So
10.
it's like written like 10 TEN.
But you said these were
This one I was
easy.
quite proud of. This one I was quite proud of because I thought it was quite funny when I give you the answer. I thought it was funny. Maybe nobody else will, but I thought it was.
10 I've not got a clue. Not a clue.
Eh, so it's a fighting game, quite a gory one. I
A
would
gory
say
one.
I think there was two of them that came out on PS1. I think there was two of them.
It's not Bloody Roar, is it?
No, it's not that. No,
Uh, quite a gory one. Fighting game.
it's a sort of platformer, open, not open world, but like a world they fighting. Not, I would say it's not based in Europe or anything. It's further afield, foreign. Trying not to give anything too obvious here.
10 I have not got a clue.
Nah.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Right. Do you want me to tell you or keep it the now or?
Yeah, keep it now, and then I'll
Right.
go through yours, and then we'll reveal if
Right.
yeah.
So the next one, last one is mood.
Mood,
Mood. Yeah, mood.
as in a cow going. "Moo."
They're like, like, oh, I'm in a good mood or in a
Oh, I'm
bad
gonna
mood.
don't know what I'm good for farmyard noises. That cow mood. Mood. Wow. My brain's not working today. Mood. Um. Wow. Mood. Can I have a clue,
And
please?
it is, now that I'm looking at it, it is quite tough actually, but it's quite an iconic game on the PS1. Trying to think, I think, don't know how many of the games came out. There's lots of versions of this game though. Like it's been on loads of different platforms, not just PS1, loads and loads of systems,
Mm,
right up to date as well. But you can
mood.
go on the PlayStation Store now and probably get it, or a version of it anyway.
I think this is the worst one yet for me. Like, I barely got the first one, and I think
That one, no wonder though, because after what I've said, I had
I
the
don't-
wrong thing down. So
yeah,
the fact you got it is good going.
mood. Nothing is springing to mind.
Yeah, you
So
passed on that one as well.
I think I'm gonna have to pass. Yeah, so I can't
Right,
believe
no
I passed on
worries.
two.
Keep them
Wow.
now.
Right then. Okay, I'll do your three, and then I guess we'll
Go for it.
reveal them all at the end. See, I don't feel as
Okay.
bad now because I feel like I feel like those were pretty hard. Right. So your first one is a lass out.
Say it again.
A lass out. A lass
A
out.
lass out. A lass out. A lass out.
So lass as in like a girl, a lass.
Oh, sorry if you said last. Right,
Yeah.
a lass out. A lass out. I do not have a clue here. I think another word for lass, but it like be girl or woman. Eh, out and maybe in maybe is the opposite. No, no, I don't know. That's no, I'm even looking at my games here to see if I get any inspiration, but there's
I reckon you might have
nothing
it.
that's jumping.
I reckon you might have it in the collection.
Mhm.
Quite a popular game.
I'm looking at my games right now, like, but I just cannot. No, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I don't have a clue.
Okay. All right. Well,
Not a Scooby.
you might get this one. So the second one is people regurgitated your community. Just to see your face then. What?
Oh man.
People regurgitated your community.
People, your community. I'm looking at my games here to try and get inspiration. Blimey. Regurgitated your community. Not Forgotten World. No, no, not be that.
No, not Forgotten World. No. I'm just looking at
Is
your
the word
collection
world
as
in
well.
it? No. Is the name world in it? No. The word world.
No, World's not in it.
Nah.
No.
Regurgitated your community. No, I'm going to have to pass on that one as well. I don't have a Scooby.
Okay, that's.
No, not a clue.
I think these are really tough ones. To be fair,
Uh, not a clue.
the last one is chirp bash.
Chirp bash. Chirp bash. Not anything to do with a bird or anything. No, bird.
Sort of.
Chirp bash. Chirp bash. I don't have a clue. These are hard.
I'll give you a clue.
Mhm.
It's a Disney game.
Chirp bash. Mermaid. Chirp bash. No. I honestly don't have a clue. I don't have a Scooby.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, to be honest, when I did these, I thought
No,
I think these are too hard.
I don't have
But
I don't even have a clue on any of them. Not a clue on any of them.
fair enough. Well,
No.
if people are listening or watching, if you could let us know in the comments if you got these right, we'll reveal the answers now. But I think they were probably a bit too hard this
Yeah,
episode.
I never got. I'm totally struggling here, like big time.
So, do you want to go through the two that I didn't get?
Yeah, so you got my first one. You got that as Z, which should have been Zulu, not zebra. So my second one I had as 10A.
Yeah.
That was Tenchu. So like Chu, Tenchu, self assassin.
Ah.
I was going like so it'd be like
Huh?
Chu.
Huh?
Tenchu, 10. That was my idea for that one. And Mood is Doom because it's Doom.
Oh,
I thought you would have got that
backwards.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would have got that one. Like,
Uh, yeah. No chance. Okay. Right. Okay. The first one, for you was lass out. So think of the opposite for lass.
Opposite of that boy.
So what would you call a boy? If you weren't calling them a lass, you'd call them a lad.
Right. Okay, lad. Aladdin.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Oh,
The lass out, Aladdin.
yeah. Oh, nah, nah. I never would have got that.
The second one, people regurgitated your community.
I don't have a clue what that was. Nah.
Zombies ate my neighbors.
I done a video on that at the weekend as well, but it was the SNES one. Oh, no. Nah, never would have got that.
I think that would have probably a bit too tough. That one, I think, yeah.
Mhm.
And the last one, Chirp Bash. It's a Disney game and it's got Donald Duck in it.
Quack shot of that, no.
Quack shot, yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think of another word
Even
for
when you
quack.
said Disney, I was thinking Aladdin, Lion King, like Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, and everything. I didn't even think of Quackshot or anything like that. Oh,
Yeah.
no, no.
I thought that was
That
too
was
hard,
well
read
done.
it.
They're good. They were good. They were good.
Yeah, well done, everyone. If you got any of those right, yeah, I think the only reason I got Dylan's was because he said he'd done a video recently, and I remember seeing Z, and I just thought it's got to be Z if it's zebra. So without that clue, I would not have got it. So yeah, if you got any of those, well done. And yeah, let us know some of your play on words in the comments, and let's see if we can maybe try and guess them. Cool. We'll try and make it easier. We'll try and make it easier next time, I think. Cool. So we're coming up to the last section of the episode, which is keep, remake, delete. And we've gone with 3 PS2 games this time. And the theme for these ones is like racing, driving games. So the 3 games that are on the stand are Crazy Taxi, Need for Speed Underground 2, and Simpsons Hit and Run. So do you want to go first this time?
Now, I know last episode I said that was the hardest one yet. This is the hardest one yet. I've changed my mind. I don't know how many times since you came up with this one. And even now, before the podcast started, I was like, right, I know what I'm going to say. And already I'm looking at, because I've got my wee list here, I'm already trying to change my mind.
Yeah.
I think I would delete Need for Speed. That was my first one, and the reason for that is I didn't really play a lot in Need for Speed when I was younger, and I still haven't. I've actually got a few of them on the PS2, and everyone raves about them, and I've never really played them. So I've again not got that sort of nostalgia feel towards it. So that was the one that I was like, right, I would definitely delete that. I knew that, but these next two was so difficult to what one just to keep and what one to remake because I would love a remake of both of them. But See what I mean? So, like Crazy Taxi, I used to love that because I used to play that in the arcades. When I worked, one of my first jobs was in Tesco's in Rosyth. There was a bowling alley quite near the store.
Oh
So
yeah,
at lunchtimes, we used to go over at the bowling alley. I got a game of bowls of that, but they had an arcade machine, a Crazy Taxi, and it was the proper big one with the steering
yeah,
wheel. I used to play that all the time. There was a wee £5 puggy beside it. My pal used to play that, and I used to play Crazy Taxi. Um, so like I've got really good memories of Crazy
mm,
Taxi, but then Simpsons Hit and Run, I'd love to see like uh, I think I would remake Simpsons Hit and Run, and I think it's just because of the amount of time I've played it on the PS2. The fact I
yeah,
know I'd mentioned it in the previous podcast, I'd 100%ed it, and then obviously my idea for a game after was it Shiver's question last week, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
I'd love to see like an open world, the Simpsons and everything. I'd love to see a remake of Hit and Run because I think they could make it absolutely awesome. Like I think you could make it like so much more. The missions would be a lot more to them and stuff. So I think I would remake that, and then I would just keep Crazy Taxi because I've just loved that game so much. So yeah, I think that would be mine. That's my final answer. I have changed my answer a few times in the lead up to the episode, but yeah, that's my final answer.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, especially if like you say, like the nostalgia of playing Crazy Taxi in the arcades. I think I
Mhm.
might have played it once in the arcade, but if it was like religious, religion that you would go on your lunch breaks and you've got to play it,
Mhm.
you've got to play it, you've got to play it, then yeah,
Yeah.
I can get that. All right, mine is slightly different.
Oh, good, good.
So straight off the bat, I'm going to delete Simpsons Hit and Run. No, I'm joking. Okay. Uh, I'm going to delete Crazy Taxi. Um, just because for me, Crazy Taxi is very samey.
Mhm.
And I don't do too well with games that are just samey. I think it was similar to like last time. I forgot what the games were last time, but the one that I wanted to delete, you said that's it. It's the end of the podcast. What game were it?
Oh yeah, what was it again? Because I can't even remember now.
I can't remember. But
No,
yeah,
I have to check.
but yeah, I remember last time. For me, it was just very samey. But I think with Crazy Taxi, I think that I'm in a similar situation again where it's just very samey. I like a bit of like variety.
Mhm.
So yeah, Crazy Taxis it would be deleted.
Mhm.
So yeah, in terms of what I would remake and which I would keep, um, I would keep Need for Speed Underground 2. And reason being, I absolutely loved the first one. Even the missus, she absolutely loved it as well. And she doesn't play video games. And
Mhm.
when that came out, um, we both used to just play it all the time and loved it.
Yeah.
But then when the second one came out, they completely changed it in terms of how you joined races. And I think it was like the kind of like the first of its kind at that time, where you had to like literally drive around a city to find races. Whereas on the first one, you just go to like it's like a menu, and then you go right.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
do the next race, do the next race. But in Need for
Yep.
Speed
Yep.
Underground 2, yeah, you would drive around to find your race, and I had the sickest Peugeot 206 on there, and it had like like a carbon hood, and had like
Yeah.
neon lights underneath, and yeah, it
Oh, could
was
you mod it out as well? Like,
yeah. So you could like
right.
completely mod your car out as well. So yeah, I would keep that one. I think I don't think there's much else they could do to remake it, and there's lots of games that are similar to it as well now. But yeah, I would remake Simpsons Hit and Run. So I completely agree with you on that one. Um, so I could just imagine, like, yeah, they remake it, but they just make the world bigger.
Yeah.
Um, so there's like parts of the map where like things are quite close to each other.
Mhm.
But I think it'd be good for them to like properly like beef it out. and yeah, I don't know, just make it bigger, and like you say, like put some extra missions in and stuff like that. Yeah, I think
one thing I found with it is, like, you've got level 1 and you've got your 7 missions or whatever, and it opens up so much of the city. But then you go to level 2 and it opens up another bit of the city, but you can't get back to the level 1 parts. It's like it's just the individual chapters of the game, which is weird though. It's weird the way they do it. And then obviously, like, you've got level 3, 4, 5, 6, I think it goes up to 7, I think. But obviously, if you remade it, you'd imagine they'd be able to do something where that would all be open to you at the one point. There wouldn't be any need for like reloading like a level or anything like that. But obviously, that was just the limitations they had on the PS2 at that time.
Yeah. So like you say, like it'd be good for them to just open it up straight from the beginning, and maybe there is a story mode, but you could do like missions in between if you wanted to, and stuff like that, or you could just focus mainly on the story. But yeah, I think it'd be really fun if they were to remake that. So yeah, I would remake Simpsons Hit and Run. I would keep Need for Speed Underground 2, and I would delete Crazy Taxi.
And it was a Road Rash, by the way, you were going to delete.
Oh, Road Rash, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So again, for me, it's a bit samey, Road Rash. Like I do enjoy it, and I did play it a lot when I was younger. But yeah, nothing really changes.
Yeah, that's apart from the music and the scenery a wee bit. It's pretty much the same game.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's it for episode 4. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for listening. Yeah, let us know how you did on the top 10s and also the play on words. It'd be interesting to know if we were just brutally hard on each other, or if we're just not that clever. But yeah, it'd be good to know how you guys got on. So yeah, I guess now's a good chance for us to plug ourselves. So yeah, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so as usual for myself, it's RetroSega81. TikTok is pretty much where most of my content is. I'm posting a little bit more now on like your YouTube shorts and stuff like that, and I'm trying to be a bit better with Instagram Reels and like Facebook and stuff, but it's a bit hard. I'm a nightmare trying to post everywhere, but I'm trying. But yeah, predominantly it's a TikTok for myself.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's really hard, isn't it? Like, it takes a lot of time as well, doesn't it? Like, it's not just like it'd be good if there was an app where you could just put the video in, put your caption, your hashtags, and then post, and it'll just post everywhere. But it's not, like I say, it does take some doing, doesn't it? Like, it's a lot of work. But yeah, for me, I'm the Yorkshire Gamer, and you can just find me on TikTok. I am elsewhere, but I don't really post on there. So yeah, just find me on TikTok. That's all good. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks again, everybody, for listening, and I hope you have a great week ahead. And yeah, any last words from you, Dylan?
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoy your week.
Excellent. Well, yeah. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay awesome. And hopefully, we'll see you back for episode 5. Have a good one.